Hi. Hello. Hi. Welcome to our period 6 history video for Mr. Farron. If you don't know me, I'm Joseph, and my colleague over here is
Salazar.
Hi. We're here to tell you the story about this baddie woman named Fannie Lou Hammer. And Fannie Lou Hammer is a very important figure in the civil rights movement throughout the 50s and 60s. And we're going to bring her your story, and here we go. Well, first off, she was a civil rights activist, not throughout her whole life, but through most of her life. She wasn't born into the civil rights movement, but she found out about it and wanted to make a change. She was born on October 6, 1917, in Montgomery County, Alabama, which is a very, very tough town at the time, especially for a black woman of her stature. She was married to Perry the Pipe of Hammer, who was a groundskeeper in a local cemetery in Alabama, and they met at the age of 17. Let's see. She changed her life around when she attended a march in the year 1962 in her local town of Montgomery, Alabama. In 1962, she started her marches and her activists and really fighting for the rights of black women and all black people to have the right to vote. And she joined the SNCC, which is the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, which was a big part of the Southern rise and how those people, the SNCC, wanted to give black people the right to vote and not make it impossible to do, like the white people in the town wanted that to happen. On August 31st, 1962, she traveled and walked with 17 others to the county courthouse to demand that they wanted to be able to go in through the front door. And that was a big issue. They would have to go through the back door. They weren't allowed in the same entrance as white people, and they thought it was their God-given right, which it was, that they could walk through the same entrances as every other person. Another big part of this was her bravery. She was one of the bravest people that activists had seen, especially coming from a woman at this point in time. But it came at a very, very big cost. She lost her job. She was discriminated against even more so now that she was an activist, and now that white people knew that she was an activist, who, especially if they were racist, would put a target on her back, basically, and wanted to just bring her completely down, where she just wanted to give up. After this, the New York Times got word of this, so they wanted to do an interview with her, and she said that the best thing, end quote, the best thing that happened to her was being fired from her job. That was the best thing that happened to her. And Fannie Lou Hammer was a Christian at the time, and you think, oh, how could she be an activist and still have her faith? Well, Christianity, she practiced her faith in Christianity throughout her whole protest. That was a big focus of the civil rights movement, and she really wanted to do non-violent protests, like Martin Luther King Jr. and other activists of the time, because they thought non-violence would be the way to go throughout this whole entire movement, because they want to gain sympathy from the white people and from white viewers all over the country. And that's how she practiced her faith, was through non-violence, because she wanted to be a good Christian woman. Fannie Lou Hammer's main goal, which is pretty much the main goal of all activists at the time, she wanted black people to vote. She wanted African Americans to be able to right to vote for whoever and whatever caught their attention. Whatever was important to them, she wanted them to be allowed to vote. And the second biggest thing, well, you could argue the first biggest thing during the time, was segregation. Segregation was still a big thing in the South and throughout a lot of states in the country. And one of the main focuses of her was to cut down on segregation throughout the country. Not only in Alabama, but in many other parts of the country. And for this part, it's going to be taken over by my partner, Robert. He's going to say the second part of this. So take it away, Robert.
Fannie Lou Hammer joined this?
I gotta read that.